massive set of muscular lizard-like legs on a lifted torso with these smaller kind of hooked arms from the chest. There are pieces of its body that are just decomposed, exposed bone and ribs. As it roars, its jaw opens up, and on the inside you see what looks to be a dozen or so writhing zombie bodies. So you watch as this jaw clenches down. Archon seemingly almost disappears within its giant maw. You see his legs blow, and suddenly there's a flash of fire. They're like all partially submerged in water as they arrive. But they all look up at the T-Rex. You watch them all turn to you and give you like a respectful,
get him, boys.
As you back away, first off, as you're backing away from the T-Rex, it's rearing back to make an attack of opportunity on you with its giant jaws.
Oh.
However, how do you want to do this?
Oh no! That's amazing.
Okay.
Describe this army of tiny summoned porcupines taking down the zombie T-Rex, please.
So, all of a sudden, the sky, which was already thundering, booming, suddenly grows even darker. The quills have blotted out any remainder of the sun. And all of a sudden, you just hear thunk, 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 thunk. And this huge beast falls over as it's peppered head to toe in toothpick-sized quills. And then I run up and, like after Little League Baseball, slap each one of my porcupines, give them a high five, and then we're going to the dugout for Kool-Aid.
That is amazing. With that, the T-Rex plummets to the ground, falls over, unmoving. As it hits, its torso breaks open and spills. It's like liquid almost innards that spill out, along with 3 more zombies.
Okay.
It's okay.
We're not done?
Get them, boys.
No.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty.
That was awesome.
That ends Tyrole's turn. Now there's the giant corpse of the T-Rex on the ground that's just sliding out. You watch the inside just like slowly mingling with the various puddles of rainwater that are gathering in the vicinity. And you have what looks to be 2, 3, 4, 5 zombies in the field, which is now their turn. So this one is going to go ahead and run towards Hitch.
I'm in the tree.
Run? He's a running zombie?
You're right, you're up in the tree. So
Isn't that a Romero shambling, slow ass,
shambles 20 feet.
can't climb zombie?
You're right. It's more of a gentle jog.
Okay.
Or a power run.
A trot.
Not quite a Zack Snyder run.
Up in the tree, you're correct. It's going to go ahead and rush around and move up onto Archon there. Okay. These 3 here, 2 of them, this one's going to move forward to you, and this one's going to go ahead and head to Jamilah's. So we have 2 on you, Archon.
Oh, it's a scroll.
That is a 5 to hit. I'm pretty sure that misses you. And then 15. No. So they both come towards you, and they're just raking across the outside of your plate armor, just no effect. The one against you, Calliope, that is a 17 to hit. What's your armor class?
14. So yeah.
14. So this one finally does get revenge on you. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as its fist just whack slams you right across the side of the head.
Okay.
And the 2 against you have advantage because you've been reckless attacking. That is a 15?
Yep.
All right, the first one hits. And the second one is a 22?
Sure.
23, sorry. All right, so you take, from the 2, take 10 points of bludgeoning damage reduced to 5. As both of them just start tearing into you and trying to hit you over the head. The other one is like trying to grab and drag you down into the muck. And you're fighting them off, but they're both hitting you from 2 different sides.
Yeah.
All right, that ends their turn. That brings us to Archon.
Okay. I am going to hit the one in back of me, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. You hit him with your shield.
28.
28 hits.
Okay. Shoot. From my undead knowledge, I'm trying to think of how many hit points these things would normally have.
Make a religion check.
Okay.
Not enough to survive this encounter.
It's an 11.
11? Mm-hmm. I mean, They don't have a whole lot, but they're hardier than, what you'd expect a corpse to be.
Fine. All right, I'm not gonna smite. Divine. I'm just gonna regular hit.
Okay.
With Bone Cleaver. That's 12 points of damage. Okay, still up.
It's still up, and you just hack into it, and you watch as the ribcage kind of cracks open, but it's still coming at you.
All right, I'll hit it again.
Tiny zombies come out of its ring.
That's
Basically, yeah.
Were those little sprites we met? The little zombie sprites.
19.
19 hits?
Okay.
Same guy?
Same guy.
Alrighty.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Alrighty. This time you cut one of the arms off and take off a portion of its belly, which just pulls open. It's barely hanging on by a thread, but it's still standing.
Okay, fine.
Which one did you oh, you have your own.
One in back.
That was, the one right there. That brings us to, let's see here. Hitch, you're up. You're still up in the tree.
I'm up in the tree, but not for long. Can I jump down across the dinosaur's body, jump on Arkin's back, do a flip like this, and stab this dude?
Sure, make an acrobatics check.
Hell yeah. I need to use jump on you next time, I think.
14
make use.
plus 7, 21.
Oh yeah, you, from the tree, leap onto the body of the T-Rex, which you're expecting a sturdy creature, but by the nature of its somewhat rotted corpse, your feet sink a couple inches into it and you kind of ignore it, use that to push off, leap, land. Archon, you catch out of the corner of your eye this quick movement. You look over as he pushes onto your pauldron, using it as a platform, and then pushes off. It kind of
shit-eating grin.
Yeah. It tweaks your lower lumbar a little bit, but whatever, it's fine. And as he spins over, you land with the blade down into the back of the zombie. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Fucking 10.
10, that hits.
Okay.
One more class of 8. They are zombies. So go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna use my vicious longsword.
Okay, yeah. So you
come
just
down
swing
with
down.
2 hands.
Awesome. So
So
go ahead and roll damage on that.
1d8. 1 plus 3, 4.
4%. As you come down, the blade sinks into the center of its back and the shoulder blades, and you carve down through its spinal column as its body just falls apart into pieces in the ground at once. That zombie is destroyed.
Hell yeah. And then we high five. Like real soldiers do.
Alrighty, that ends your turn, Hitch. Jamila, you're
Oh,
up.
my turn. Okay. Yeah, so I'll take my first swing at the guy, one of my guys.
Okay. So that guy, that's it.
Sure. That's it. 18.
Yeah.
4 plus 8, so 12.
12. Awesome.
Doesn't kill him?
Nope.
Then I go after him again.
Alrighty.
14 plus 7.
That hits.
23. Or no, 21. All right, here we go again. 8 plus 8, so 16.
16. Yeah, you just completely bisect him at the waist, and he falls to the ground, destroyed.
Great. And I give my version of my shit-eating grin at the remaining one, while I give a little, nod back to Hitch. Oh dear. Okay, that was a 6. 17.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you. All right. 9 plus 8, 17.
17. Alrighty. So after you destroy the guy with the second hit, you actually cleave through and jam it into the guy right next to him. The blade sticks partway into the rib cage and spine. You have to kind of wedge it out and pull it free. It begins lurching towards you. That ends your turn, Calliope. You still have this one asshole in front of you.
Oh, I know.
This one arm.
I know. I say to him, here's what I say to him. Open up and say, dingus, and then I fire the wand of fireball right into his mouth.
Okay. Dingus, no. Perfect. So as you put the wand up inside of the center of its jaw, as its mouth's hanging open agape, You watch as there's a flash of light. Roll 8d6.
Do I have to?
Yeah, you do.
Take him out. So
17. That's enough, right?
17 plus 12.
12.
So 29.
Okay.
There's a flash of
What
light.
does that do to a zombie's head?
Well, there's no zombie anymore. It is scattered ash and bone chips. However, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as
Okay.
well.
Oh, no.
And
why? Blowback? What happened?
I
did it right.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as well.
Me?
Yes.
It's like shooting a Roman candle for You're gonna get a little bit of burn.
This zombie also is destroyed from the blast.
Oh, nice.
7.
And what do I need to roll? Dex, you said?
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
Really?
So both of you guys suffer 27 points of fire damage. As the radius
Sorry.
of the fireball explosion engulfs both of you. It destroys the two zombies in range, leaving only one still standing in the battlefield, but you're both...
Start praying to Tiamat, my friend.
Are you still conscious?
27? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Barely.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are both like, oh! The pain looks over you. You see, like, the skin is a little bit
It was
charred.
totally worth it.
Oh, God. And then it actually blew straight out of the battlefield.
We still high five.
That's pretty metal. All right. You can see
Don't do that at home.
Kruk at this point doesn't see any zombies and is more just like staring, wide, blinking, at the self-imposed detonation.
I didn't think it would do that. But I didn't think, I guess.
Well, it's a new toy. You're figuring out how it works. Sometimes in your own face.
Scatter radius.
Alrighty. Well, now you know it's a 20-foot radius in the
Yeah,
fireball.
got it.
That brings us to Joel. Your turn.
So where is
There's
another
one
zombie?
more zombie that's right by the body of the T-Rex that's currently trying to crawl onto Archon. Just-
Okay.
I don't need any help with this.
You want to kill him?
I don't need any help. I've got plans.
All right. Well,
Turn
then you
into
know what?
something.
Does anyone need healing?
Yes.
Sure. Well,
Remember what just happened?
yeah. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna walk. I look like I'm walking really menacingly, like, oh God damn it! And then I come up. Give me some skin.
Nice.
And then our skin literally falls off. And I heal it. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on you, and you
level?
gain 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
So roll 1d8 and then add whatever your, I think it's plus 4 for your wisdom.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, 5 health.
There you go.
I'll take it.
Hey, it helps.
It's a band-aid.
It's something.
I pull out a pack of band-aids.
Is it a Spider-Man Band-Aid? I like Spider-Man.
And then I just, can I tell my porcupines to just stack up on top of each other?
Yeah, they start forming a totem of porcupines precariously. It's going to take them a while.
Cutest totem.
I'm stoked about that. And then, I'm just looking at that, and that's my turn because that's so cool.
All right, cool. I'd say roll for it's being charmed by the porcupines, but you're raging, so you're immune to charm.
I am. You can't charm me right now.
Does
All
it quell your
Archon,
rage?
one's on just-
It's really cute.
So cute, I'm mad about it. Fucking cute. You kind of sit there and let it. You're like, you sorry thing, and it goes and makes its fist and just kind of boom against your plate. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to grapple the zombie.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Athletics. 22.
They rolled an 18. You still beat it. Natural 17 on that one.
Very good. So I have him grappled.
You have him held
Good.
with one attack.
I take the wreath of the prism off and put it around the zombie's neck.
Okay.
Is that going to work?
Give it a shot.
It's a DC, well, it would be a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
I don't know. He
You
has special
just give
stuff.
the
He's
zombie
got
the
glue.
powers of a god. What did you just do?
Pretty much.
What is that thing?
As you pull the wreath off of the zombie, after it's been placed on there, its body goes somewhat docile It just kind of stands there limply in front of you, not attacking.
So what? You control the zombie now?
Kneel before your master.
I guess so.
All right.
What's it called? A wreath of what?
Wreath of the Prison.
The Wreath of the Prism. It's a bunch of golden needles with these like Tiamat-colored jewels in it. I take it off my neck.
This guy.
Now that you see that it's had an effect, you take it and place it back on your neck and set yourself as its master. But this zombie is indeed under your control.
And it kneels before me.
Awkwardly.
Okay. Stand.
Cool.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna name him Rob.
Cool.
Schneider.
Zombie. All right. I'm gonna walk over to Jamilah. How many hit points are you missing?
45.
You're missing 45.
I'm missing 45.
Damn.
Okay.
But I still got 23.
Okay. Do we want to take a short rest?
Calliope, how much do you have left?
I need 29 more.
Yeah, we could short rest, but before we do that, I just do a backflip. So I can use my druidic guidance to look cool.
Go for it. Acrobatics.
I guess I have disadvantage, right?
You do because of the exhaustion.
So 8. 8 plus 2 is 10 plus
You get
a
to add a
little
D4.
D4. I have
11.
11.
Okay, so
kinda
so
cool?
for no reason, Jamilah celebrates the victory by doing a backflip and mostly sticks it. You land and it's like you have like put your hand on one of the nearby trees, but then you play it off cool.
I do totally the confident.
Yeah, like, superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
7.
Cool. Thanks, dude.
So yeah, if you guys want to look for a place to make a short rest, you'd have to
Yes.
make a survival check.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage on it because Kruk is helping you with it.
Oh, thanks, Karuk. 12 plus 5, 17.
Okay, as the rain is still pouring down around you and getting heavier, and you can see now like the pools are coming thick, and there are portions of it that are starting to seem the lower areas of the hills are becoming small pools in their own right. You find, after about 10 minutes of travel, the base of one very large tree, and within its knotted, rooted base, you can see there's an alcove about maybe 15 feet inside, with some roots that stick through like pillars almost, but there's enough space in there for you guys to hide and take a rest out of the sight of any of the surrounding creatures in the jungle.
Cool.
Great.
So,
Phenomenal.
go ahead and take a short rest. You can spend any hit dice that you have to heal up.
Is this a long enough short rest that I could attune with my ring?
Yes, you can do that.
All right, I attune with my ring.
You're gonna have 6 hit dice, which are you can take as many d8s as you want. You roll d8, and you can heal that many hit points.
Plus your constitution modifier.
Plus Constitution modifier.
Every time or just once?
All right.
You have 6
Here
dice
I
to spend
go.
for the
6
whole
to
day.
spend.
Oh.
You can spend all of them now during the short rest, or you can save some for later. It's up to you.
We sing a song of rest too.
Which adds how much to the healing?
1d8.
Plus your charisma?
My healing
Or just
pool.
1d8?
It just says
My healing pool comes back on a long rest.
1d8 on all my allies though.
So my exhaustion needs a long rest. Is there something about like eating and drinking to get it back, get
Can I give her some jerky?
Is everyone at full hit points?
I am.
One.
You need one more?
Yeah.
Take it.
I can?
Yes.
Oh,
Gives
okay.
you one.
A
He
gift
gives me one.
A little boop.
from Tiamat.
I say thank you and Chultan as a means of respect.
Okay.
That's
Bow
thank
my
you.
head.
I thought I said something about that.
Do you have a limited
Oh no,
amount
maybe
of
it's a
those?
long rest and I
What?
have to eat and drink
points
during
you
the
can
long
I
give
think
rest.
it's how it works.
Okay, so yes, I'm still exhausted.
Do those regenerate on short rest?
Long rest.
Long rest.
Yeah. Does anyone else missing hit points?
Just one.
One each.
I'm
Yeah, providing finishing a long rest
You're
reduces
missing
your creature's
10?
exhaustion level.
Take
Right, the creature
one.
is also ingested. So
You can restore to full. Take one.
Cool, thank you.
And
I still have
you
potions too, so I don't.
don't waste them. You're missing 10.
Yeah.
Take 7.
7.
I need 5 just in case somebody gets poisoned.
Gotcha.
It'll be me.
Alrighty, so as you finish your short rest, you guys have taken some time. The storm still rages out as the night air still is dark, and your vision is limited to what you're able to see, though most of you have dark vision, except for you with your ring. So you guys actually you've been able to deal pretty well out here in the post-midnight hours in the middle of a heavily raining forest. You still hear the occasional cracks of thunder and the occasional flash of light up above the trees. And as you step back out into the soaking rain after your rest and continue to push southward at your behest, hi, Ryan. The jungle eventually begins to become somewhat lighter. The density of the trees seems to separate, and you catch there's a small flash flood river that seems to have run a lot of various wandering undead into a number of rocks and a ragged territory, and you see bits and pieces mashed and scattered, kind of floating.
So stupid.
Make a survival check if you don't mind. With
And I have
advantage.
with advantage or
Because a croak is helping.
thanks. 18.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm at.
This is my dude, bud.
I mean, it's like 23.
Oh, cool.
23.
Yeah.
I will use yours, yeah.
Yeah, he's silver. It
silver.
gives him a little difference.
I like it. It's
from everybody else.
It's enchanted.
Pewter.
Eventually, as the jungle begins to separate a bit, the rain lightens. The clouds are still there, and you'd see as the trees ahead begin to break in places, the sun is just starting to rise, bringing some very, very low, kind of bluish purple light behind the clouds. And that little bit of illumination gives you a sense of how big the storm is. And it's the entire sky, the horizon. You have no idea how soon the storm is going to end, but it seems to be here to stay for the time being.
Okay.
Pushing forward for the next half an hour or so, eventually light does come to the sky from behind the cloud line, and the gray day here in the deep southern jungles of Chult begins. At about this time, you manage to bring your eyes to what appears to be not just a thinning of the tree line, but an end to the tree line. You look ahead and you see maybe about 100 feet or so in front of you, the forest just stops. There's no more trees beyond that.
Guys, this is sort of weird. Do I have any recollection of this?
You are looking at, the one time you stumbled upon this
Yeah.
area of Chult, you've been near this region and you have a sense that you might be drawing close to your quarry.
Okay.
Do you remember anything about the Lost City?
Well, yes, I would like to see if I can recall any tales or lore that I know.
Make a history check.
You got it. With disadvantage?
With disadvantage because you're
Yeah,
unfortunately...
I'm still really tired, you
Yeah.
guys.
Do we want to ask Farouk if she's got paint or no?
9.
Oh yeah, well,
9? Okay.
I don't know a lot about history.
You don't know a whole lot. What you do know is the city long ago was a very prominent city in southern Chult. It was probably the jewel of the entire continent at one time. It was very wealthy with rich minerals and general cultural prestige. But as time went on, the citizens began to get kind of greedy and filled with hubris, and this led to an intense slave trade to emerge from it. Then, to fill that void, they began to march legions across the continent to conquer other cities. What this did was it angered Ubtao, who then abandoned the city, and as such, abandoned the clerics, who no longer had access to their divine magic, which meant disease began to run rampant. And then eventually the people of Chult either fled or died. And since then, the city has been just left to be reclaimed by the wilds. And as you're telling this to the group, you guys come up to the very edge of this tree line, and you see it ends because you are standing at a cliff face. It is a drop-off. And there below you, in this massive basin that goes on for miles across, you look and see before you hundreds of stone structures, buildings, homes, temples, all in various states of disuse and ruin. Below you, 100 feet down this cliffside to the center point of this basin, you see trees and overgrown vines just wrapped around and encircling and intertwining around these structures. You see what appear to be flocks of white birds flying low across the basin, just making their pass as the rain's light enough for them to go ahead and travel from one end to the other. You see what appears to be a heavy river and waterfall that is breaking off the cliff a few hundred feet to your left. And as it hits down, has flooded about a quarter of the city. And the river runs right through the basin to the opposite end, where it drops down into a dark, even further recessed portion that you can't quite make out from this distance.
Cool.
You've been here before, and you know what you're looking at right here is the forbidden city of Omu.
Yes.
Nice.
I
think we
look
made
to, is it Grek? I keep forgetting her name.
Crook.
Crook. I look to Crook for confirmation.
Crook at this point steps up and kind of glances over the finger.
Guys, we made it.
Okay.
Why are you so happy?
How high is the cliff?
So
From just a quick glance here, it's about 100 or more feet down.
I cast tongues again and ask her if she knows any more.
Okay, well, you've cast tongues once since you woke up, and you cast a third level lightning arrow while you're fighting the
so
T-Rex.
maybe I don't.
You do not have a third level spell. Sorry.
Okay.
would a gem of seeing help to see if there's any magic below right now?
I mean, you can go ahead and take a glance over to the gem, and I mean, it's 100 feet down.
Forget it. I'll wait.
Yeah, you just see the cliff face below.
Can I make a suggestion? Can I put my immovable rod out over the cliff and click it and slide down like a fireman pole?
If you'd like to, the immovable rod is about that long, so you'll have a fireman pole for about a foot, and then a 100-foot drop to your doom.
99.
Don't do it.
You were saying?
Yes. Okay, how do we get down?
If you had a long enough rope, you could probably do that.
Well,
Well, I have 50 feet.
I have 50 as well. We can.
so does everyone with an
We can
explorer's
bed
pack.
sheet it.
You got that pouch of 15 gold pieces too?
I got it. Yeah.
I
and a
lost
bedroll. Some rations.
How? What is the sort of like circumference? Like, could we walk around?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Good question.
Yeah.
I crit them both.
What?
Whoa!
What? Take a picture of that.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Thank you.
That is impressive.
Damn, okay.
I've never seen that.
So 22 and 22,
So
44.
you see through space and time. You, as you glance about the city, all the memories recall of the one time you were here before,
Yeah.
both the sad memories and the urge to come back and see what it is that
A
lies
single
the secret.
tear has also dropped.
You watch the city rewind, get
As the
rebuilt
feelings
over
rush back in,
time.
Yeah.
it was just like you never left.
Yeah. I grab onto Arcad to like steady myself.
Like a-
That awakens
dead zone levels.
Yes, exactly.
The small kernel of goodness that has been buried underneath all of the evil and dragon worship. I feel something in my arm that I haven't felt
Something stirred.
in a long time. And I pull my arm away.
Okay. As you glance about, the perimeter here is miles and miles and miles, and it curves around a very long period. To even get to the other side on foot at a decent pace would probably take you half a day.
Okay.
Just because of the terrain is very dangerous here on the cliffside, and the winds are picking up. Plus, with the rain coming, it's going to slow you down drastically. You notice that the edges of the cliff, heavily overgrown, some trees are kind of tilted off to the side. About every 100 feet or so, you see like a stone statue, like some sort of like humanoid demon kind of curled over, and there's vines have grown up around them. You see at the waterfall that spills down and hits into the basin, there's some small cliffs that break it up at points below, and you can see the water kind of scattering against the rock.
How big are the trees around here? Is there any that are taller than 100 feet? Could we potentially make a bridge if we let one topple down?
No trees that high, unfortunately. I mean, there are some trees here that crest up close to 40 or so feet, but that's as much as you could probably find. And there's none that tall this close to the cliff, because those that the roots were too big probably fell in a long time ago.
We can rope it down, but we should probably pick our spot.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna have to probably tie off on a tree.
You don't want to go through the dangerous, mysterious stone city?
No, we do. I mean, we go down, but just pick where our bottom.
We're gonna find like a really strong tree, tie 3 ropes together,
Yeah.
and then try to rappel.
Yeah.
Okay. To give you
I think.
How many ropes do we have?
I think
We have
everyone-
150
Unless you want to turn
feet.
I
into a
have
bird
50
and fly
feet.
down.
Yeah, this is all
Yeah.
for you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
to give you some
outta
visual
here anyway.
reference of what you're looking at. This is the
Oh,
city
cool.
within the
Double
basin.
crit.
Now the frog, which by the way, Krook, as you guys are talking, keeps looking down at the city and is kind of looking a bit sheepish about the whole experience.
Put my
You
arm
can
around
watch.
it.
You can watch the rope.
You put your arm around him?
Yeah. Wait. No, I don't. Well, because I got leather. No, I don't touch it. Don't look at me that way. I don't touch it.
You go to reach and then
Wait a minute. She starts smoking.
All right, let's find a strong tree.
Yeah. Can we make a perception check for?
This would be it's a nature check to find a tree that you can see through its.
I'll throw it down.
Go for it.
See what
For its size and general
That's not
health.
good. That's not good. That's a 7.
7. There are a handful of trees in the area that seem pretty strong. There's one that looks sturdy. It's closest to the edge, which means it's the easiest for you to climb straight down. It's about 20 feet tall. Seems thick.
Could I ask the tree if it'll be cool letting us? I mean, I can't understand it, but it can understand me.
Yes.
So, please, tree, will you let us hang from you or point us with your leaves in the direction of someone who would be willing?
So you're using which ability for this?
Speech of beast and leaf. I can just do it with a charisma check.
Right. It can understand you, but you can't understand it.
I can't understand it unless it were to very conveniently point its leaves in the direction of someone who.
Right.
What a strange power.
You get the sense
Strange
that the
and
tree
useless
acknowledges
power.
what you've said, but has no means of expressing an answer or retort to your question.
Damn tree.
What would that be useful?
Nothing.
All right.
It helps if you want to
weird
have a nice
power.
garden.
Okay.
Like, make sure your flowers are happy.
You good?
It's gotta be something.
Gonna eat you later. Okay. Well, I did my best, guys.
That's all good.
Good.
All right then. I don't know if we want to trust a
20-foot tree with
Yeah.
your body build. I mean, I think you look great, but it might.
I'm big boned.
Yes, it might cause a problem for
Well,
us.
we might
want
maybe
to find a
down
bigger-
one at a time.
bigger,
As
thicker
long as we
tree.
don't compound the weight.
I agree.
Also, I mean, there's a 20-foot tree here, but we are in a lush jungle. We could probably just find one 5 feet away that's maybe taller and sturdier without a nature check.
Should we just continue around the rim?
You guys continue passing the rim. Make another nature check.
Oh, we're back. Nature.
And after this one.
That's a little better. That is a 22.
Okay. Thinking back, the tree that you're looking at, you're like, it was a little gray and dry. Probably wouldn't have been the best choice. So instead, you find one that's a little further back from the cliff edge. Its color is dark. It seems like it's healthy, and is absorbing a lot of water from the rain as the drizzle's still coming down.
Good. I couldn't understand it speaking to me because it was dead. That's why. Okay. This one looks good.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We tie our
All right.
3 ropes
this
together.
This one's about 25, 30 feet from the cliff edge, so you'll need about 3 ropes to make the whole
Yeah.
Got it.
I'll give mine.
Boom. Boom.
So that's up
Three.
top.
3
time
ropes.
together.
Yeah.
Naughty knots.
Alrighty, who's making the knots?
Hitch.
What is that dependent
Hitch.
on?
He's gonna hitch the knots.
Good.
Mine hand.
Go ahead and roll. This is just a general dexterity check.
Good. All right.
What is that?
So 9.
9
Plus
plus
your dex bonus. 4.
plus 4.
13? All right, that's plenty enough. You've done a few knots in your time. You've done some sea travel, and you know some pretty sturdy ways of fastening ropes end to end. So you go through, make some nice strong knots, give a little test, a little tug. Seems solid. Carry quite a number of people at once.
Well, I'm the heaviest, so I'll go first.
Yeah. Test it out.
You can make it.
Okay, you guys going one by one?
Yeah,
by one,
probably.
guys?
We'll go as a family.
How about when I get
I'm
to the
thinking
bottom?
spider slippers
Well, how
down.
about when I get halfway down, somebody go?
Yeah, I can just
Should we
fly down.
alternate heavy and light?
Well, I think I was gonna say if I go heavy, then you'll know it'll hold you.
Yeah, go.
So.
Okay.
All right.
So you start making your way down the rope,
Yeah.
letting it down, kind of rappelling off of the cliff face as you go down, letting
Yeah.
it release in about 5-foot increments. You get about a third of the way down. It's holding strong.
Okay. Who's next?
What did he mean by that?
Go.
You want to go next?
Sure. I guess I'll go next.
All right, so you start finding your way down. Same thing, rappelling, same pace as below. It's because you're so heavy. You're getting a little bit of tension on the inside of your palms, but you're still making it fine. You get a little past halfway down. You make it about a third of the way down. Who's next?
I guess I'll go.
Okay. Hitch, you begin to get down. You get about.
But I got my spider boots on just in case. Slippers on.
Oh.
Okay.
You don't even need it.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
you
but
could literally run down the cliff.
Fine, I'll
He just
I'll
laps
run
us.
down. I'll run
So
down.
at this
with
point,
my
Hitch
spider
just starts
slippers. And
a full vertical Spider-Man
I blow,
sprint.
Yeah.
I blow her a kiss on the way down,
Okay.
and I go down and I give Arkin a pat on the bottom.
You old smoothie.
You know me.
Right,
Run it down.
right as you give him a pat on the bottom.
Shit.
I
Can't do anything right.
Not triggered by you.
You don't know it, but
You guys,
they gave you a luck aura, and it's bad.
both of you guys roll perception checks at the top.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
It's us?
Yes.
Blackie and Zero.
That's an... Plus 2. That's 10.
9 plus 4, 13.
13, okay. Calliope.
As you're kind of glancing over the edge, you hear this very, very faint sound of like a crack. And you glance over to your left, and about 80 feet or so, or up to about 60 feet to your left along the edge, and you've seen a few of these stone statues kind of parsed on the outside. You watch as this stone creature cracks, or seems to crack almost and shift. And what was once these small folded wings unfurl into big leathery bat wings.
Gargoyle.
Oh no.
And you watch as this humanoid kind of demon visage creeps forward to the edge and then leaps off and begins to swoop down
Towards our friends.
towards your friends. You glance up and you see one of these creatures, you now recognize it as a gargoyle, flying down in what appears to be a second one that was on the other side of the ridge, now also preparing to leap down. You have two of these now bearing down on you.
Fucking throw me, bro.
We're into the air?
No, towards the thing. You're strong as you're a strong guy. Both daggers like this. And it's advantage because he's like, I didn't know humans could fly.
The blast explodes, impacting and detonating on the gargoyle, causing its outside like hide, its hard kind of stone-like hide to crack. It looks extremely injured. The explosion also catches the edge of the rope.
What? What'd you
The
say?
explosion does also catch the edge of the rope.
Okay.